this video, you will see top 5 Town Hall 17 attack strategies. This is the meta and armies are stronger than anything else. At number 5 we have Super Witches, a very strong option at Town Hall 17. Start with the Grand Warden and a few healers to begin the funnel. In this case, the fireball doesn't need to travel far, so we will ice block the Warden in place, then one invisibility spell paired with the Earthquake and Fireball will secure the funnel. You have 4 invis spells in total, so use them wisely if needed. Next, get the attention of the Warden with Super Witches. On the opposite side, use more Super Witches and the Archer Queen to complete the funnel and make sure they walk in opposite directions after they are done. Hold back the Barbarian King for now, we want him to dive into the core later. Deploy the Troop Launcher behind the Super Witches. Also use Headhunters to take care of the enemy king and Balloons to support your witches. Strengthen the funnel with any remaining troops and spells if needed. This is really important. Use Super Wall Breakers to crack open the walls for the main push. Drop a Rage spell to boost the entire army's advance. Freeze the Monolith to avoid devastating losses, and drop a jump spell to link up more compartments. Keep the King's ability for now, we're gonna use that in a bit. Use an invisibility spell to redirect the troops into the core and poison the enemy clan castle troops since it got triggered. Pop the King's ability to do some nice damage and get deeper into the base. Deploy the Royal Champion from the outside to snipe buildings that are either out of reach for the main force or doing some significant damage. Triggering the Rocket Spear early gives her the extra power in these spots. Start cleanup as soon as it's safe to avoid time fail. Super Witches are slow, so this step is important. And invest the final spells if needed, but it's not usually necessary. And that's how you secure a solid triple with today's first strategy. At number 4 we have the Dragon Attack, a very straightforward and effective strategy for Town Hall 17. While Overgrowth isn't mandatory, the Royal Champion charge is essential. We begin with the Royal Champion, then immediately pop her ability to clear out nearby defenses. Then we can initiate the invisibility spell sequence. The goal here is to carve out a significant chunk of the base so the dragons can move cleanly through the core in a straight line. We are using the Phoenix instead of the Spirit Fox. This version of RC charge can be suitable if you're sending the RC deep into the base. As seen here, I redirected the RC to the opposite side to finish funneling. That side needs to be clean. Once the invisibility spells expire, you can let the RC go. In this case, the hook tower caught her, but we still managed to remove the sweeper. Now begin the funnel on the left side with the siege and deploy the dragons. You should have a decent path by now. Support the funnel with the queen. I'm using the giant arrow here. Aim it at the air defenses or sweepers. That helps create a strong path for the dragons to glide through cleanly. Aim the dark orb towards the core if you can, but to be honest, accuracy isn't always perfect. But you can get away with that as long as the RC section was good. Use Overgrowth on the Town Hall, we'll take care of it soon after. Pop the Warden ability around the high damage zones, that keeps your dragons alive longer. After this point, it's mostly cleanup, the army takes care of the rest. Compared to the Super Witches, this strategy is slightly weaker in raw power, but far easier to execute, that's why it ranks at number 4. But the next attack is not just stronger, it's also even easier to pull off. At number 3 we have Super Yeti strategy, paired with Royal Champion charge. Start with a standard RC charge, not aiming for a massive value, just enough to carve out a clean funnel. The goal here is to create a solid path for the Super Yetis. If possible, try to save your Spirit Fox, but keep in mind it requires some good placement and the factor of luck because of the giant bombs. Once you have secured a decent path, extract the RC. Now send in the Super Yetis, supported by your heroes and main units. Hold back the Royal Champion for now. Set the opposite side funnel with the Queen and Siege Barrack. Don't forget to start with the Super Wall Breakers to open up the base early on. Use a jump spell to connect the first compartment with a few next ones. Save the King's ability for the deeper parts where his spiky ball and splash value will matter the most. Use the Warden's ability while engaging with heavy defenses. And in this strategy, since you have got Electro Titans, Poison spell won't be necessary to deal with the enemy clan castle troops. Deploy the Royal Champion now. Her job is to pick up key defenses the main push can't reach. Use her ability for that. Activate the King's ability once he is deep enough to break through multiple compartments and help clear out a lot of defenses. Finally, deploy a few cleanup troops to finish the job. It's a well-rounded, powerful strategy that's fairly easy to execute once you understand the funnel setup. But if you're looking for something even stronger, the next strategy will definitely get your attention. With the life jump buff to Super Hogs, they are stronger than ever before, earning them the number 2 spot on our list. We start with the Royal Champion to carve out 2 funnels for our main push. Don't aim to go too deep here, just enough to create clear paths. We will invest all the invisibility spells in 1 or 2 compartments. Ideally, that splits the base into 2 paths. If you can safely extract the Spirit Fox with the Royal Champion, that is what we should aim for. But if you cannot do that, then it should be okay. We'll extract the RC and set the stage for the main dive. Next, begin the hero dive towards the Town Hall and Clan Castle. The log launcher works best in this situation, which has a Super Valkyrie and a Super Yeti. The rage spell from Super Valkyrie will make sure the Town Hall falls quickly. Use the King's ability to push deeper into the base and redirect the troops if necessary. This setup should take a few more seconds and the Town Hall section will fall. With that, we begin the phase 2. Now send in Super Hog Riders, sprinkle a few on flanks to clean up outer defenses, allowing the main force to go straight through the core. Deploy your remaining heroes and support troops. Time your heal spell wisely and save your Warden's ability for the highest damage later in the core. When needed, use Rage and Freeze to support your troops. Send in the Headhunters for any remaining heroes, ideally under the Warden ability inside his aura. Use your final spells and RC ability if necessary, but this strategy is so powerful that you might not even use them. But now it's time to reveal the strongest strategy on the list. At the top of our list, we have incredibly powerful Root Riders without Overgrowth spell. Yet again, we begin with the Royal Champion Charge and not the Warden Walk. We are saving the Warden ability for the core. Our goal is to clear out a high value compartment, which not only opens a clean path but also eliminates the Clan Castle early. You might not always get the Clan Castle, but always aim to get a high value compartment out. You will often find giant bombs which can be deadly for the Spirit Fox. But with timely invisibility spells, you can safely dismantle the section even if the Spirit Fox dies. Once the job is done, recall the RC, we'll need her later. Now it's time to start the main push. Deploy your Root Riders along with the heroes and the support troops. The Queen and the Siege Barrack take care of the funnel on the other side, making sure your troops head toward the core. Drop the recalled Royal Champion and time her ability for maximizing the damage. Use the Rage as troops approach a heavy compartment and sprinkle in Super Barbarians to speed up the Queen. Now comes the key moment, use the Warden ability at the heart of the base. With perfect timing, it will protect your Root Riders as they go through deadly defenses. Here the Minion Prince went on his own way, but we should be fine, this strategy is really strong. From here it's clean up and control. Use your heal spell as needed, especially to keep Root Riders alive. Deploy the Super Barbarians on the outer edges to keep defenses distracted and ensure your Root Riders stay on track. Finally, if needed, pop the RC ability, she will take care of important defenses for you. You might also want to pop the Queen ability when needed, just as insurance. With smart execution, this strategy will earn you a comfortable triple almost every time. If you would like to see in-depth guide of any of these strategies, like the detailed ones I usually make, just drop a comment below and I'll make it happen. Also, I have already made a full Town Hall 17 guide without the crafted defense, so check that out if you are interested. And if you want one with crafted defense, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give a like. It genuinely means a lot. See you in the next one. Bye.